Hi there, Lord JEG here, and welcome to the trailer. Little backstory. I picked up a trailer here a couple days ago. I picked it up really cheap. I won't say how much because some of you will be like, oh, you paid too much. And others will be like, you stole it, dude. You didn't pick it up. You did this. You stole it. So it doesn't really matter. I didn't pay a lot for it. These things, when they're in good condition, they're worth about $3,500 used. New, they go from anywhere from, I don't know, 4,000 to 7,000, depending on where you're at and what you're getting. But this is a pretty bare bones trailer. It's your basic enclosed cargo trailer. So it needs some work. But the thing is I've got a video coming up about having a plan. Because anytime you tackle anything in life, you got to have a plan. And that's basically what this is all about. This is basically a living example of having a plan. And I know right away, I know that I'm going to run into problems. And that's okay. Because you have to have a plan for that too. You know, not just a plan B, but sometimes a C, D, E, F, or whatever, you know. Or you have to be able to have the ability to change your plans and not have it destroy everything. So we're going to take a little walk around and then we'll get to work. So follow along. So taking a look inside. It's a little worse for wear, but that's okay. Again, we picked it up pretty cheap, so I'm not really going to complain too much. This is, all these panels are going to have to come off on this side so I can gain access. As you can see, the glaring gap at the bottom there, that's not supposed to be that way. So it's going to be quite a bit of fixing going on here. We'll try to document it as best we can without, making you too bored, too tired. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. So stick around. You can see they had something going on there. I don't know. But it's back here. They had a blowout. And you can see it just tore the fender. Holy hell. That's part of this came from. I suppose a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. That's from something else. But see some rubbing here. Maybe they had a Ben-Hur moment. I don't know. But anyway, it's not the end of the world. We picked it up for a song. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some aluminum flashing, basically. So you can get this aluminum flashing in 10-inch widths. And they come in generally 25-foot lengths. So we'll get two 25-foot lengths. This is a 6x12 trailer. So we'll put a 12-foot section down here, 12-foot section down the other side. And we'll put a section in the middle here, try and pretty this up, clean it up. And you can see they've had something there before from the factory. That's sealant, silicone, basically. And we'll cut all that off. Probably grind it down and probably put some 3M panel bond on it. We'll probably actually bond the new stuff to this. And then that way I know it's good. You kind of saw it inside, but basically where these seams are. Where these seams are, I'm going to be. They should have a vertical like this, so that way you actually have something decent for the self-tapping screws to run into. So I'm going to weld in. I'm going to weld in some there, some fresh metal there. And once I get this off, I'll see what I'm dealing with, but I imagine I'll probably wind up, you can see they probably have a section here, and that's good. We'll see what's beyond here. I may wind up putting in another section around there. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see when I get a little closer. But anyway, that should give it some strength and give us a good stable platform to work from. And then that way you don't have to worry about this crap. I mean, the funny thing about trailers is honestly, they're pretty much just sticks and staples. I mean, they really are. The build quality, whether it's a low quality trailer or a high quality trailer, the difference is somewhat in the materials, because the workmanship is the same. They build them all on the same lines. So we'll get going and see what we have. I just wanted to show you something. That should be attached. Somewhat like that, but it's not. So guess we're going to be busting out the welder a little later too. So get a little of my awesome welding. Yeah. So, what we're going to do next is, before I get to the welding and everything, we're going to establish kind of the limits of where our line is, of where our siding is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this trim. This trim serves a couple of purposes. First off, it makes it look nice, but it also holds the cladding down. So now, because this trailer is a 2008, and the company that built it went out of business in 2012. They don't make this particular style of molding anymore, so we may wind up having to replace all of the molding too. The molding is just about an inch thick, so we need to have a little bit of coverage. So what we're going to do when we measure this is we're going to burn an inch. So our molding, our new molding is going to be 10 inches. So we're going to measure up. We're going to basically burn this first inch. So we're going to measure up 11. I'm just going to make a mark. And that's all we're going to do. We're just going to go down, and at 11, we're going to make a mark all down the trailer. And then That'll give us a line. That'll give us an imaginary area for our trim. So when we put the trim up, we know that the molding will overlap it and it'll still look good. So, lots of figuring, but really not, because the bottom of this trailer, the bottom of this frame rail, should be theoretically constant. So that's going to be the most accurate way that we can measure up. Now, we could alternatively, we could measure from the top molding down. And we may do that to check our work, but I really don't think it's that necessary. So, give me a chance to bang this out. You got the basics, and we'll pick it up later. Okay, well, you can see I had to do a little cutting, had to do a little trimming in order to mark what I was doing and see what I was doing. And as I pointed out earlier, every one of these over here is detached. So I'm going to break out the welder. I'm going to weld them up here first. Then if I have to, I'll go back, I'll go inside. Once I know they're flush up here, I'll go inside and I'll weld them from the back side if I have to. I shouldn't have to. Biggest problem is my welder's a little cheapy. So it's either welds hot or welds cold. So it basically has two heat settings. Cold so it barely sticks together like a bad soldering job, or so hot that it usually burns through the metal unless it's really thick. So I'm going to clean it up and we'll see what happens. Grind. Well, as you can see, I did wind up having to go in and do a little extra welding on the inside. But, although not the most beautiful welds, they did turn out okay. They're strong. They're decent. So, we'll pick it up later. Thanks for stopping by.